Good evening, messenger. You convinced us that you were the last messenger. How many other bastard children do you have?
Is what?
I said Malcolm alleged that some of Elijah's women were underage secretaries, and can you expound on that?
Yeah, well, I guess they were, because they were there. I seen them. I seen them myself. It's all true. It's all true.
Good evening, messenger. You convinced us that you were the last messenger. How many other bastard children do you have?
Is what?
I said Malcolm alleged that some of Elijah's women were underage secretaries, and can you expound on that?
Yeah, well, I guess they were, because they were there. I seen them. I seen them myself. It's all true. It's all true.
Good evening, messenger. You convinced us that you were the last messenger. How many other bastard children do you have?
Is what?
I said Malcolm alleged that some of Elijah's women were underage secretaries, and can you expound on that?
Yeah, well, I guess they were, because they were there. I seen them. I seen them myself. It's all true. It's all true.
Good evening, messenger. You convinced us that you were the last messenger. How many other bastard children do you have?
Is what?
I said Malcolm alleged that some of Elijah's women were underage secretaries, and can you expound on that?
Yeah, well, I guess they were, because they were there. I seen them. I seen them myself. It's all true. It's all true.
Good evening, messenger. You convinced us that you were the last messenger. How many other bastard children do you have?
Is what?
I said Malcolm alleged that some of Elijah's women were underage secretaries, and can you expound on that?
Yeah, well, I guess they were, because they were there. I seen them. I seen them myself. It's all true. It's all true.
Good evening, messenger. You convinced us that you were the last messenger. How many other bastard children do you have?
How many? Keno, JP, Era JQ, what it do? And that's all we got in the queue. So without further ado, we're going to get started. Man. And yeah, without further ado, man, the gentleman, also known as 4-time award-winning student of the month, won every award in school besides perfect attendance. That means you didn't miss a day of school. And yeah, without further ado, the gentleman, Lincoln Curtis Gerald Hawthorne, ladies and gentlemen, Hawthorne. Lincoln Curtis Gerald Hawthorne, also known as the gentleman. Great. Thank you, dog. Appreciate you. Love you, dude. And let's bounce with the show, man. Hopefully everybody's doing well. Baltimore gets a first down. And love you, dude. Watch the wires. You can close the door behind you. And yeah, man. Any hopefully everyone's having a good weekend. Hopefully everyone had enough football. Love you, Lincoln. And let's see. Alabama almost lost. SC looked vulnerable. It's gonna be real interesting, man. We got Michigan and Penn State this weekend, man. We got one of the arguably one of the biggest promotional days in boxing. Could be this Saturday. We got Clarissa, Alicia, Devin, and Deontay Wilder. I appreciate you, James. What's up, KB? And so it's a good promo day for boxing because Clarissa could dominate. Alicia may get the knockout. Hopefully, Devin looks impressive and don't flatline the second half of the fight. And Deontay Wilder goes viral with a knockout. And if you got a few friends over and you got some pizza and some wings, and it's one of them days where, you know, you could just, I mean, it's a slow motion day. It's a long day, you know, so it's not like, yeah, it's a slow motion day. And what I mean by slow motion is you can pace yourself. You can have two phases. You know, you can have some friends come over at 12. You can have some friends come over at 5. And you can watch college football. You know, you can put the computer screen up. You can have the football on the screen or the boxing on your laptop and football on your TV or vice versa. It's just one of them days where you just chill out, man, have a good time, man, and, you know, talk about how you was a hell of a quarterback in high school. You know, or how you smashed that girl in Jamaica. You know what I'm saying? It's just one of them days, man. This Saturday is one of them days. And hopefully everyone impresses. You know, I have all 4 of them winning. My weakest one would be Alicia Baumgartner. I've never seen Michaela Meyer fight, but I'm just going off of the opinion of Tim Bradley. I've heard Timothy Bradley speak in high regards of her, so I'm just going off of that. I have no clue how good she is. But I saw Alicia Baumgartner's last fight, and she looked good. You know, she looked more than good. You know, she looked spectacular. So moving forward, last night, I didn't watch that. I didn't watch the little guys fight. I turned back to the USC game, and it is what it is. If you care about that fight, you probably got to go to another channel because I don't care. Adame looked good. Now, I will tell you guys this. Adame before the fight was promised Jamal Charlo, but you know how they do that. They tell everybody before you walk into the ring, we're going to give you a championship fight. So take it with a grain of salt, but that's basically what happens. Um, again, Carlos Adame was promised Jamal Charlo, and I told you guys that on my platform last night. Oh, she has power too. I've never seen her fight, so that'll be interesting. Um, so take it with a grain of salt. Believe it. I'm just telling you what PBC told me prior to the fight. I thought he looked good. I don't know how that guy went 12 rounds with Jamal Charlo. Like I said, I wasn't watching Jamal Charlo. I didn't watch that fight. Didn't care to watch it. It was Juneteenth the last time he fought, if I remember. And we had a Juneteenth event at Lamert Park. So I was there and I was refreshing on ESPN. I remember that night vividly. I was refreshing the Brooklyn Nets game. And that's the game where Kevin Durant's toe was on the 3-point line, which could have put them in the conference finals last year. So, and so that's where we're at with that. In part two, this is just sheer common sense. Like I said, when I get information from a source, I will tell you guys. This is Fred's common sense factor. Egis Kavalauskas will more than likely fight Jerome Ennis next. They use Michaela Fox. Man, I'm just gonna say this, man. PBC, and they signed the contract, so I'm not on my PBC 100% fault. The Fox brothers and the Fox dad, they've done a terrible job the last year managing their careers. They've had some desperate opportunities, and it's Michael Fox. I mean, he got cheated in the fight, and everyone just forgot about him. I think I was the only one bringing his name up once every 2 weeks, just to keep his name in the rotation. But what a misguided career, man, and just the business of boxing. Damn, you understand what I'm saying? Just literally destroyed his career. And his brother got beat by Morrell in his next fight. So I don't feel bad for them because they signed the contracts. But if you haven't learned anything about the business of boxing, is the business of boxing always wants to win. And when you look at Michael Fox last 2 fights, and you look at Allison, forgive me for mispronouncing his name, but it's like Allison Fox or something Fox, and you see how they put him in there with David Morrell. What's up, K-Dub? It's just it's still, man. So awful. So Jerome Ennis probably will fight Egis Kavaliska, and this is just common sense. This ain't no sources. I ain't spoke to nobody. I'm not gonna lie to y'all and say I got sources. No. When I get sources, I'll tell you. And the main event. I thought he was flat. I thought he was extremely flat. Wasn't impressed with him. He's very hittable. His height is his defense. He has no head movement. His head is in the same place every fight. You can if you have the potential, you can 1-2 him and half step and turn him the whole fight. I mean, don't be content with staying in there hitting 3s and 4s probably to the last third of the fight. And you can win a tough fight. Now, me giving these instructions don't mean he's not a hell of a fighter. I mean, you're going to get some shit in return. But I believe Jamal Charlo would beat him. I believe Jamal Charlo. There's something about Jamal Charlo's punches, man. He got like electricity in his punches, man. He flatlines people, and Jamel will not have a problem with him. I think Jamel's lateral movement will force him Fortuna to be a little over anxious with his jab. He'll overextend, and Jamel Charlo will counter him and beat the living shit out of him. You know, he's not really that good. Lubin was up on the cards, and if he wasn't injured, but you know, it's cumulative. You can argue either way, but he had a we found out weeks later that he had a torn shoulder. He had surgery on the shoulder during the fight. He said round 3 or 4. So things could be a little bit different. What's up, Kane? So so I can understand either way, but Lubin and him coming down the stretch, if all things being equal, I would take Lubin just with the natural ability, you know, in a tough fight though, in a tough fight. So they're going to wait for Jamel Charlo to go up to 160. I'm just gonna tell you, ain't no way in hell you put him in the ring with Jamel Charlo. No, you can't. It's no way you can do that, man. You know what I mean? It's no way you can do that, man. So I wouldn't do it. You know, I would just wait for him to vacate and him go up to 160. But Jamel is stubborn though. Jamel don't mind paying them sanctioning fees because those belts validate Jamel. And I'm not mad at him. It took him 20 years to get here. If he want to hang on to those belts and stay at 154, more power to him. I can't sit here and say, oh, you need to move up. No, it's what he lived his life for to do. So respect to Jamel Charlo, you know, and I wish him well against his WBO mandatory against what's the guy's name? Yeah, I know his name. Usyk, not Usyk. He has a Timmy Zoo. Good ball. That's a good ball. Pressure. So so that's where I'm at with that. And Devin Haney fights this week. And there was a lot of conversation in August. Let me pull this up because I think that this is a very important conversation that we need to have. Let's see. Oh, here it is right here. This is Boxing Social. Is Boxing Social a respectable website? I know the YouTube channel, but I'm just gonna put it on. It is a quiet fight week. We need a Deontay Wilder interview or something. You know, something to excite us. We need Carissa Shields and Alicia Baumgardner to say something. They should have been vlogging their journey to the UK. That's what they should have been doing. But I mean, common sense is not that common. You know, Devin Haney should have been vlogging, but Top Rank last time did a great job at chronicling that. You know, I thought it was a beautiful moment when Mr. Haney got off the plane and he was there. I thought that was beautiful. I think that was the most monumentous moment. You know, I thought that was great. But Devin Haney dumps the Ring magazine belt. Now, I did see an interview. I did see an interview with Bill Haney, and it showed that they had the Ring magazine belt. That they had the Ring magazine belt in Australia. And the reason why this is important, and I know Devin's gonna get a pass online because you know Devin gets a pass. You know, it's just the reality of this shit. And but there becomes a time when a man gotta be the man that he say he is. You understand what I'm saying? And if we want to get the respect that we say we want and we pretend to fight for as black fans and black fighters, we got to do it. Devin Haney dumps the Ring magazine belt, said he's gonna throw it in the trash because they had him off the pound for pound list. And but wait, I need to preface this. I really need to preface this. Reason why I need to preface this is because I may have new people that may watch this on the replay that don't know who I am, who I was prior to COVID. And I think this is important. 4th and a half a yard. 4th and 1? What do you do? I was a man that stood up for truth. Right? No one in boxing, I'm going to say no one, black, white, new media, old media, LDBC, whatever, everything else in between was literally on the ground taking these conversations off of YouTube about us standing up for what we believe in. Like, I would take these conversations, what we believe to be true. I would take these conversations off of YouTube and take these to the every fight boxing, every fight, to the people, and I would hold my ground. No one has ever done that at the intensity level that I've done it, at the frequency, at the level that I've done it. And which in line, it didn't cost me anything, but to the boxing public, it looks like they, how would I say, blackballed me out of boxing. You know what I'm saying? Because I stood up for what the people believed in. Now, I could have pretended not to do it. I didn't have to do it. I could have shut my mouth and went on about my way and made my $7,000 to $12,000 a month off YouTube and had a great time and, covered these fighters and, you know what I mean? And, but I chose to stand up for what is right. And this is the second time we've had an issue with Golden Boy and Ring Magazine. We're going to talk about that tomorrow, but I'm just going to highlight it tonight. The first time was when Golden Boy called Al Heyman the N-word, and I took these conversations off the internet and took them to the people that it needed to be had. No one black, old media, new media, LDBC, everyone else in between has ever questioned Golden Boy about those nigga emails except me. And so I took these conversations off the internet and took them to where they needed to be had. Fearlessly, And I thought the people were behind me. I thought YouTube was behind me. The people were behind me, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But in reality, people just want entertainment. It took me some time to realize that. People just want to be entertained. People don't really, really want to fight. People want to find a way to make money, get comfort, be cool, and find a niche and be happily ever after. And with that being said, to the outside looking in, they say it costs Fred everything. And prior to COVID, I still went to the fights and covered the fights the best way I could. But it was easy. It was actually easier because people would give me interviews and insight and information moving forward as to hang out with them and do what they needed to do. Which brings me to this Devin Haney issue. Everybody black has said Ring Magazine is racist. From Jamel Charlo to everybody on media to myself. Golden Boy don't know how to promote black fighters. Earl Spence even said that after he beat Mikey Garcia. And here's an opportunity for us to exhibit that. I don't know what Devin's going to do with that belt. I haven't seen him with it. I saw his dad show it off in an interview last night. I was up late last night, man. It took me a while to wind down because there was so much sports on. You know what I mean? I was just on overload. You know what I'm saying? And you fall asleep, you wake up. So it took me some time to ultimately get to my REM sleep. And with all this being said, I'm real curious to see what Devin Haney does with these belts. Excuse me, with that Ring Magazine belt, because this is the second time where we've had the chance to stand up against Ring Magazine, Golden Boy, and Oscar De La Hoya, and we cower out. Black men become soft. Black men become bitches. Black men say they black until it's time to be black, because they do it in the sake of, shall we say, relationships and or money. And I haven't seen Devin with the belts. So I'm going to wait till I see Devin with the belt, and then I'm just going to tell you how I feel about it, which will be an exclamation point on what I'm saying right now. And I just wanted to say that no one is really, really black in boxing. Nah. There is no pro-black mission in boxing. Jamel Charlo didn't throw away the Ring Magazine belt. And by the looks of it, Devin Haney didn't throw away the Ring Magazine belt. So there's no pro-black agenda. There's pro-black conversations. There's pro-black talking points. But we could have put Golden Boy out of business in 2016. We could have made them a PR nightmare. And I was willing to do the work. All I needed was support. All I needed was some umbrella support, but I didn't get it. You know, and I'm not complaining. People will say, "Oh, poor baby." No. I'm speaking the truth. So I'm real interested to see what happens with this. Are we going to say, "Oh, Devin's a little kid," and then the next breath and say Devin's a man, he needs to fight the best fighters in the world? Or are we going to hold him accountable to the words that come out of this man's mouth? And that's where I'm at with it. You know, that's why I respect men like Deontay Wilder. He say, I've never had a problem with what Deontay Wilder has said. You know, I haven't spoken to him in over a year, but he's been admirable. You know, Errol Spence has been admirable, you know, and many more, you know, admirable and as to what they're saying and what they're doing, you know. So we'll find out this week, tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday at the media workouts, what's going on with that belt. And I think this is unforgivable. What I mean by unforgivable, I don't mean like, oh man, fuck Devin. No, that's not what I'm saying. But he is who he is now. And anyone who supports this is who they is now. Because they're going to say, oh, it's just a belt. Oh, it's just, you know, they're going to minimize and say, oh, it's just a trophy. I earned it. Okay. So why the hell we fighting against that statues and flags and BLM and you know, everybody claim they black till it's gonna cost them some money. You ain't gonna be black if it costs you some money. I guarantee you that. Oh nah, niggas ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna be public enemy number one after this week. Who cares? I'm not gonna watch they shit. Who cares, man? You know what I mean? I don't give a flying fuck, man. And I mean that sincerely. But we got to start winning these battles, especially when we have power. Ring Magazine is just a trophy. It has no sanctioning fees. It has no mandatories. It's just a trophy. That's all it is. So we'll talk about this more tomorrow, because I really want to isolate this conversation and challenge us as black men. This is why we're cowards. This is why. No, we're going to talk about this tomorrow. But I just wanted to whet your appetite and be cognizant of this. But what we are going to spend some time on.
What if you could get rid of your kitchen garbage at the
is our favorite man, is our man of the hour tonight.
New revolutionary kitchen appliance that takes care
Did
of
you
your
know
garbage
that you can make
so
a
don't have
full-time
to.
income
See,
from
your field-
YouTube without ever trying to grow your own channel?
The man, and I'll open up the lines after we open it up. And I want to thank Steven, man, for this. Steven, I've never said his last name all these years. Cardeño. He's an awesome guy. No, and if you haven't followed him, go support KO Artist. He's a really awesome guy. You know what I mean? He's been to my house when I live in Windsor Hills, Leimert Park. He's been to my condo at Staples Center. So he's really, really, you know what I mean? I've invited him in, and he's a really, and this is years ago. I haven't seen him in recent years, but he's a really nice, calm man. Similar to Blue Blood. Like when you meet them, you like, oh, these are just good-hearted, kind people. You know what I mean? And it's nothing, and that's one of a great quality to have. You know what I mean? Is that so? So I want to thank Steven for this interview. And if you haven't, go support him and support him Fight Week too. He does a really good job Fight Week. You know, he plays games and stuff with the fighters, the checkers, the chess, the Connect Four and stuff like that. Just different stuff. Just be different, you know, and I appreciate him for that. So yeah, we got to do an interview. Hey, Steve, if you listen, man, you got to interview me, man, so I can talk my shit, man. But anyways, we gonna have some fun with this one. Let me make this bigger because I know we got some old people in the back that really, really can't see. And we're gonna break this interview down because I really want us to understand how the people be lying. And I'm gonna say this too before we get started with this, and we're gonna break this interview down by everything that he says. And then I'll open up the phone lines. We'll have an hour for the phone for you guys to call in and respond. And thank you guys, because this monologue is going longer than anticipated. But I'm gonna tell you guys, Steven Espinoza is in on the propaganda, y'all. They use media outlets. People don't believe me, but I'm telling you, they use you, you know, and I think everyone involved. Oh shit, they moving the ball. All right, let's break this down. I'll give it after.
Here, KR Sports Radio with Steven Espinoza. Man, just let's get right to it, man. The question everyone wants to talk about: Spence versus Crawford. You want to give us any good news?
Well, look, the good news is they're still talking. I'm still very optimistic. Like I think things are on track. Look, I know.
Did y'all hear that? He said they're still talking. Why did you exclude yourself out of that conversation? I thought that was really weird that he said they're still talking. Not where. We're still in negotiation. He says they're still talking. You understand what I'm saying? And I just thought that was really, really weird that he said they're still talking.
I know everyone's impatient about things, but look, it's a big fight. You know, everyone wants to happen. I want to happen yesterday. Arrow wants to happen yesterday. You know, Bud wants to happen yesterday, but there's a lot of details to be worked out, you know, and so, look, no one's going to close the deal until it's right. You know, we're getting closer. There are things to be worked out. You know, there's a lot of people with half the story, a quarter of the story.
All right, before we get into that, he says we're getting closer. How far were you a month ago when you said we're getting closer? We're going to get these dates. I heard him on the Tay Jones show. He lied then. I thought you were closer. I thought we're just waiting on the lawyers. I thought you understand what I'm saying? Earl wants it yesterday. Anyways, I need to rewind this clip part.
Yesterday, but there's a lot of details to be worked out, you know, and so, look, no one's going to close the deal until it's right. You know, we're getting closer. There are things to be worked out.
See, the art of manipulation. We're getting closer. Like he makes the interviewer and the listeners be like, "Oh, we're getting closer." Yes, optimism. There's no optimism in this. I told y'all November 19th wasn't happening, but hey, what do I know? You know, Fred is crazy. Fred only, like I said, I don't have sources, man. I have a source. I go directly to the source. And maybe I need to get back on my shit. You know what I mean? I've been out of it, you know what I mean, as it pertains to, but just a whole bunch of lies. And now he's going to talk about media and myself.
There's a lot of people with half the story, a quarter of the story, 5% of the story who are presenting themselves as knowing what's going on. And quite frankly, it's just, you know, unless you have the complete story, you know, it's not even worth reporting. So
unless you have the complete story, it's not even worth reporting. So why are you reporting? If you're not going to give us the full story, little Steven, why are you reporting? How about we make this make sense? If you only got half of the story, 10% of the story, a quarter of the story, well, how about you tell us what the hell is really, really going on? How about you give us a sense of direction? No, because you like this mischief. You like this BS and propaganda that's out here, because it's his office that's leaking the propaganda. He's a part of this machine. They use media outlets. This is why it's important to come from a journalistic background when you do media. Because if someone tells me something on the east side, I'm going to check the west side. It's his office that's releasing this. And you're going to find out that he's been releasing this information. I'm going to show you how he's been releasing this fake information and how Terrence Crawford has been releasing fake information. I haven't heard nothing from Earl Spence besides this is next. This interview exposes a whole lot. Wait, we're going to get there.
So the reality is, like, everybody gets a little tiny piece and they want to go and make a headline. Good for you, you got clicks. But the reality is, things are still on track. Like, I can't guarantee.
He said things are on track. Things are on track. On track where? On track where? Where are they on track to? If you missed your first deadline, how are you on track? You on track for what? April? So you're just literally spinning the wheel? Are you faking, giving fake news? Because if you're on track and you missed your first deadline, how are you still on track? Because you're going to find out later that November 19th, he said was a date. But he's on track. They're on track. Listen to his words. They're on track.
It's done, but I'm still very optimistic. The most important thing is Terrence wants to fight. Errol wants to fight. Everyone's aligned and everyone's pulling in the same direction. So if you ask me personally, I'm still very, very optimistic that this fight is on track to happen.
This fight is on track to happen. I'm optimistic, and Earl wants to fight. We're all pulling together. Who is we? It's just funny how they, when they do these interviews, they tell on themselves. If Earl wants to fight and Terrence wants to fight, it's y'all holding up the fight, huh? It's Steven Espinoza and them holding up the fight. I get it. It's Steven and Al holding up the fight. If they want it, because listen, I haven't been in the negotiation table, but I've been with about 10 PBC fighters when they're making the deal. Conversations and Fred, I'm fighting on this date, yada, 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 so on and so forth. But he's a part of this spin cycle. And I'm going to tell you guys something which
rumors, it makes it seem like the holdup is from Terrence Crawford's side, that there.
Here's what everybody's been reporting the past 2 weeks. Now listen to him carefully.
Issues maybe with the language.
And this is from KO Artist, man. We got to give him his respect for the interview. Thank you.
In the contract that he has issues with it. Can you?
Yeah, I mean, look, I don't want to point fingers. I don't think that's fair. Terrence is not signing a contract until he's comfortable, just like Errol's not signing a contract that he's comfortable. So, look,
Now, so Earl is not signing a contract and Terrence is not signing a contract. So what does that tell you? They haven't even really began negotiating. They haven't really. Think about it. I mean, they've had conversations. Oh, here's what we're going to do. There's never been a pen to a paper. There's never been an agreement or nothing. Now, I'm willing to bet that there's some trust between Earl Spence and Al Heyman. And I don't know what Terrence Crawford trust is. Oh my God. Did he make it? Oh, he made it by this much, an extra point. God damn. I need to rewind this so y'all can hear it. Let's rewind this shit.
Makes it seem like the holdup is from Terrence Crawford's side, that there are issues maybe with the language in the contract, that he has issues with it. Can you clarify
I mean,
that?
look, I don't want to point fingers. I don't think that's fair. Terrence is not signing a contract until he's comfortable, just like Errol's not signing a contract that he's comfortable. So, look, you're entitled to negotiate. You're entitled to get, what you feel is comfortable and what you feel is right for the fight. So I'm not going to point fingers and say like he's at fault or he's at fault. It's a complex deal. It's a big fight. It takes time.
He says it's a complex deal. It's a big fight. It's about money. What I've been telling y'all, it's about money. I wouldn't be surprised if this fight goes to Fox. I wouldn't be surprised. When and if it happens, maybe it lands on Fox. It's a complex deal. It's not a complex deal because it's a complex deal as in meaning that the contract is itemized, but it's 90% of this contract is A, B, C, D itemized. I really want to pull up my contract to when Warner Brothers offered me this money. But I don't want to because it'll be on the internet forever. And they got names on there. Everything is ABC. I'm being honest. But the reality is the money ain't there. It's a complex contract. What's complex about it? It's only one promoter and one network involved. Why you can't give them a guarantee? Oh, no guarantees, huh? Interesting.
And at a certain point, when everyone's comfortable, everyone's happy, then the deal will get signed and everyone will get what they want.
It looks like November's out.
Now listen to this. This is proof. This is proof that he personally, his office personally has leaked information. Listen carefully. He's a part of this spin cycle. Listen very carefully. He has done interviews. I've seen him, and I'm willing to bet he's leveraged Tay Jones' outlet. He's leveraged. Listen to him carefully when he answers this question. Listen to how Mike Coppinger released it, and listen to everybody else reporting November 19th. Listen carefully. Listen carefully. I'm going to say it one more time. Listen carefully. Listen.
So is it looking like December, January? Can you maybe confirm the date range for us?
I mean, look, obviously short time is getting a little bit short for November 19th. I don't think that deal is that date is dead quite yet.
He said November 19th isn't dead quite yet. It's not dead quite yet. Because of the conversations he's been having. He doesn't want to be a discredible source. He knows what he's been telling people. Anyways, keep going.
But look, like I said, everybody wants to fight tomorrow if we could. But no one's going to rush it and put it out there before it's ready. So I don't think too many people are going to be disappointed if it is December instead of November 19th. The important thing is we get the fight, we get enough time so that we promote it and make it something as successful as we all hope it can be.
Now, here is November 19th, 2023. You're right. See, he knows that y'all don't mind being taken advantage of. I ain't lying. He don't mind. He don't mind. He's lying to y'all. He's putting y'all in the spin box. That's all he's doing is lying. He's just lying. He's just filibustering. He hasn't answered one question. Well, excuse me. He's answered the question, but he hasn't given one definite answer this entire interview. I don't think no one's going to be disappointed if it happens in December. So now let's hold him. So let's hold him to December. Let's hold him to December now. We have the right to hold Steven Espinoza to December. And the reason why I'm doing this is because to let you know, just because they smile and they know you, They still gonna lie to you. They gonna lie to your face, and they gonna say, hey, I got some information for you. Hey, can you put this out? And then the media outlet goes and puts this out, and they look stupid. They use the weak. You know, it's the animal kingdom. Now, here's where it gets interesting. He totally discredits Floyd Mayweather. Listen carefully.
He pretty much said what you're saying. He said that.
And by the way, this ain't about Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford. Although we're talking about it, I'm teaching y'all the game. How everybody, Eddie Hearn does this all the time. They lied to y'all and said Tyson Fury's fighting Anthony Joshua. I said that's impossible. That shit ain't happening next. I did a video on it. Go check it out.
Right, isn't going to happen right now, maybe in the future.
I wouldn't say that. I'm not saying the fight will not happen right now.
See how he strong-armed Floyd's response. I'm not saying it's not happening right now. No. What do we know though? What do we know? But he totally discredits Floyd Mayweather right here, which I believe. And all this is just speculation. This is just me doing hypothesis. And Floyd Mayweather is a synonym for Al Heyman, right? Because Floyd said Al Heyman and I are one. But Stephen Espinoza can't talk about Al Heyman in a bad light in real life. No, he can't do it. It's bad business.
I'm just saying that it is, these are normal negotiations. Look, it's a fight everybody wants and excited about, so it's under the microscope. But I'm not saying it's not going to happen. It's like 6 months away. Look, things are happening every day. There's progress being made every day, and I think it's still on track. I wish it could happen overnight.
On track for what? He keeps saying the word on track. On track for what? It's still on track for what? Who you lying to, little Steven?
Just like, everybody does. Like, there's nothing that everybody wants more than to get a deal done quickly. But these things don't happen quickly.
Do you have any kind of backup plan in case things don't happen as quick as you said?
No, I mean, we're not even thinking or talking about backup plans because there's one fight that Errol wants. There's one fight that Terrence wants. So, like, there's no need to talk about backup plans. If in the unlikely event something falls apart, we'll talk about a backup plan. But nobody's got backup plans right now because we all are focused on plan A. Plan B, C, and D, no one's really thinking about or talking about right now.
Steven, can you rank this fight, this matchup, in comparison to all-time fights, comparison to fights of today? Where do you rank this? Because there's a lot of discrepancies on how many pay-per-views this matchup.
Look, I think I don't like to, define things in terms of the amount of pay-per-views they're going to do. I think it's the quality of the fight. You have two undefeated fighters, two of the, arguably top 2 or 3 fighters in the world. This goes up there with some of the great welterweight fights of the Four Kings era. It goes up there with De La Hoya Trinidad and Sugar Ray Leonard, the best welterweight fights in history. What it does is, that's a nice little detail, but at the end of the day, how much it sells is not an indication of how big a fight it is. It's a great fight. It's a fight that needs to happen, and it's a fight that I think will happen.
How much time do you need? Would be ideal for you to?
Now listen to this question. I appreciate him. This man, how much time do you need? Listen carefully, y'all. Listen carefully. How much time do you need? How much time do you need? Here we go.
And it's a fight that I think will happen.
How much time do you need? Would be ideal for you to have that kind of proper promotion?
I mean, look,
he remembers what he said at the top of the interview. November 19th is still dead. Listen carefully. Listen. So you got to catch these shits when you listen to an interview. He caught himself before he answered. He said, hold up. I told him November 19th is still alive because I've been leaking this information and I've been having these motherfuckers lie to me. I mean, lie for me. Listen carefully. Listen.
There's a lot of opinions out there. Like, and there's, look, the traditional view has been like, you need 3 months, you need 90 days, you need 12 weeks. I don't think that's the case anymore.
You see, he still ain't answered the question. Is the sky blue? Yes. Is it 8:17 PST? Yes. He still has never answered the question. This whole shit, he hasn't answered the question. Except pertaining to Floyd Mayweather. Listen.
I mean, look, part of that used to be because the marketing took time to get out there and get to the TV systems. The reality is so much of it is digital. You know, so much of this spreads so quickly and virally.
He didn't believe in digital. Remember, he didn't believe in digital. Now he does.
It's just not the same situation anymore. So could we do a promotion in 6 weeks if we needed to? Sure. You know, is it the best thing? You know, probably not.
Could we do it? Yes. Is it the best thing? Probably not.
But you know,
so November 19th wasn't really an option. Guys, November 19th wasn't really an option. Do y'all hear that? November, it was never an option. It was all a lie. This was all make-believe. This is Disneyland, y'all. They using all these media outlets that don't challenge him and just say, yes, sir, I agree. And oh man, it's crazy out here in these streets. Listen.
At the end of the day, you know, 6, 8 weeks, 10 weeks, probably, you know, that's probably the window somewhere there.
So he said 10 weeks. So November, he made it. So December is 10 weeks away today. October 9th is 10 weeks exactly. November, December. So we're at the window.
Hey guys, Jerome today was against Ryan Garcia. Obviously, you know, it's an altercation at the club, and obviously you see the Twitter war.
Now he changes gears to Ryan Garcia. Now listen carefully.
Yeah, I mean, look, I think that's another one. I think the fighter's very engaged in it. I think we're getting closer.
He said he's using the words getting closer. This fight is nowhere near close. The fighters want it. See, that's his out clause. Oh, the fighters want it. Yeah, we're working towards it. This is a good deal. We'll continue.
You know, and probably not as close as you know, Spence Crawford.
Not as close as Spence and Crawford. Man,
but again, that's a fight that the two fighters want very much, and that's the most.
He's freestyling now. Oh, he's totally freestyling. I know Steven. He's freestyling. 100% freestyle.
Important part, because if the fighters are demanding it, then it'll very likely happen.
If the fighters are to hold them to this, if the fighters are demanding the fight, it most likely will happen. Y'all got to hold him to his words now.
Will be a fight that will be just on Showtime, or you think you guys could have partnered with the zone? Obviously, Golden Boy wanted that with the.
I don't see any need.
See, here's him. I told y'all this shit was a lie in the beginning. Now, before we get to this next part, I need y'all to understand something. That Jamal Charlo Munguia fight was never on the table. For real. I'm talking about like reality. It was on the table as in a conversation that they had, but they knew they had an out clause, and the out clause was the network. This is how they get out of fights. Listen carefully to Steven Espinoza. So in 2 months, they're going to say, DAZN, why is DAZN want to be a part of their ace fighter? Ryan Garcia is DAZN's ace fighter. Listen carefully. You don't build up a fighter and then not get nothing in return, right? It's like them letting Jerome Ennis go over to DAZN and them not being a part of it. Are we going to build up your career and then you can go to Fox? He was the main one complaining that he built up these fighters' careers and they went over to Fox. Remember, he in those interviews before COVID, remember he was really upset that Al Heyman took all his ace fighters to Fox. Listen carefully. Now listen carefully to this.
Needs to partner with the zone. I don't know what they bring to the table. You know, they've been very active over the last 3 to 4 years. We've got a lot of fighters under contract. They never once came to us and said, hey, can we work with one of your fighters? Now all of a sudden their US fights are pretty much not. He needs to partner with the zone. I don't know what
he said. I don't need to partner with the zone. Now listen to what he said. They've never come to us. They've never come to us. I'm going to repeat one more time. They've never come to us. Now, we know that's a lie now. We know that's a lie because I saw Jamal Charlo's contracts. I saw him, and it's in my videos. I saw Jamal Charlo show me the contracts from Eddie Hearn. Now, listen carefully.
They bring to the table. You know, they've been very active over the last 3 to 4 years. We've got a lot of fighters under contract. They never once came to us and said, "Hey, can we work with one of your fighters?"
He said the zone has never come to PBC and asked, "Can we get your fighter?" But didn't Adrian Broner just show $2 million and $2.5 million? Didn't Andy Ruiz just fight Anthony Joshua two times? This is how you catch him in lies. I'm not choosing sides because Eddie Hearn is going to lie tomorrow. Okay, so don't think that no. They all lying. They all in this shit together. Trust me, this is why Eddie Hearn has matured and doesn't respond to Bob Arum anymore. He was immature 3 years ago, so he responded. But now he's wising up and says, "Oh, that's just Bob being Bob now." All right, we'll continue. And this is the last part of the interview.
Now all of a sudden, their U.S. fights are pretty much non-existent,
and so are yours. Isn't that funny? U.S. fights are non-existent, but so are yours. You got one fight this month, and you got one fight next month. Well, I'm talking about free. I'm talking about names. Like he got the build-up fighters, the Friday night fights. I forget what he called them, but he doesn't have any fights that whatever. You know what I'm saying?
And now all of a sudden they want to work together. Okay. Where were you in the last 3 years?
Where were you in the last 3 years? Where were you in the last 3 years, Steven? You didn't have any fighters neither because Al Heyman took him to Fox. Remember? See how they just lie, man. They lie, and they lie. Hopefully y'all are following this, man. And hopefully we got some media outlets to understand. This is why they won't interview with me. This is why I always give the best interviews. He can't sit here and lie to me. He's lying. Steven Espinoza was putting up bullshit. Remember Steven Espinoza and Showtime? They were all going over to Fox and he was crying. So that's why he got Cameron Duncan and Jerron Ennis. Remember that.
Oh, shoes on the other foot. I don't see what they bring to the table.
Contractually, is that not unheard of overcome?
Now listen carefully to this. Oh my gosh. About Ryan Garcia's contract. Listen. Here's the out clause to get out of any big fight with another network. Here's what everybody. It's called the other side of the street. Listen carefully.
If Ryan tells me he signed a contract with the Zone, that'll be the first time I heard it.
Okay, we're rooting for you.
Thank you, guys.
Get it done. We're rooting for you.
Now, he doesn't have to have a deal with Showtime. Do PBC fighters have a deal with Showtime? Or does Al Heyman have a deal with Showtime? You see how the spin cycle comes in and tricks us? PBC fighters don't have a deal with Showtime. They have a deal with Al Heyman. And Steven Espinoza has a deal with Al Heyman. So that means Golden Boy, Oscar, has a deal with the Zone. Do y'all see the spin cycle? Yeah, man. They playing us, man. It was all a play. It was all a play, man. And they having a good time doing it, man. Feel free to beam in if you want to beam in. You guys are more than welcome to beam in and holler at me. If you guys want to call in, please do so. Phone lines are open, and we shall. 925. What's up?
What's up, Fred? How you doing?
I'm feeling good, man. What you got?
When Espinoza said they're getting closer to 2023. Man, it's been crazy. Like, Arrows has had one fight throughout this whole year, and that was in April.
Yep.
And it's just disappointing. And I'm gonna be the first to say, I honestly don't care about the Crawford versus Spence fight. I honestly wouldn't mind a Thurman fight at all. I think that would be a good fight. A lot of promotion, as Thurman is, and just how vocal he is. But
right.
I don't care for that Crawford fight anymore. I really don't. I have no care for it at all. And I don't know if you feel the same, but this whole going back and forth and there being no news of the fight being announced is honestly disappointing and it's frustrating.
Right.
And that's it. That's all I had to say.
Right. I appreciate you calling in.
All right, man. Thank you,
peace. Yeah, we're getting closer. We're getting closer. You know what I'm saying? And I'm doing this to let us know that it's not about Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford, although that's the polarizing names. They using us, man. They using us. November 19th was never an option, y'all. Yeah, it's all a fraud. Yeah, Ocampo had fought 4 times this past year. Yep. And Fundora has fought twice this year. You're right, Birdman. But we the sheep, though. We are the sheep. We are going to be used, Rayshawn. What's up, dog?
You hear me?
Very well.
Yeah, man, it's going on like that. That's crazy. Cause like now that you really highlighted and pointed out, it's just like yeah, everybody's just been being led on, and ain't nothing really gonna happen, and that's the sad part. Because it's like everybody wants to see it. I'm real curious to see it too. The one thing I'm just paying attention and keeping notes on is how people conduct their business when it comes to this boxing stuff. As far as managing, all that stuff. It's just it's stuff to learn, man. Like that's why I really follow the sport so deeply because, as you know, and I keep telling you, my little dude, bro, I'm raising him to be a boxer, and that type of shit is discouraging. Like it just makes you know you got to pay attention to that type of shit, and it's crazy. It's real sad, man.
No. Yeah. You got to be armed, though. You know what I mean? You got to be armed, like knowing they moves. You got to know how they operate. And when you do, you can't get played. Like they totally. Steven Espinosa is out here playing too, like Eddie Hearn do. Like Bob Arum comes in here and lies. I remember the Juneteenth, and I said, Bob, cut it out. You don't got no yeah, when he said, "Oh, Inoue's fighting," I said, that ain't no Juneteenth.
Yeah, see, and that's the crazy part because it's just like, what's going on with the Charlos? There's a lot of people who like want dates, so you just got a bunch of people sitting around waiting for dates. People's egos is too big to be on people's undercards, and like that's really the only way you're gonna really be able to do this at this point. For real, for real. I mean, it is what it is. If you try to charge people pay-per-view, make pay-per-views all the time, go ahead and make a big pay-per-view then, but make it worth it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Put like Charlo needs to fight too. I understand he needs to get paid to fucking make a good pay-per-view and make it worth it. Like I'm pretty sure boxing fans will spend $100 on a pay-per-view, right? If it has like quality names on it like that. You know what I mean? Like if we can get this Terrence Crawford, like Earl Spinks on the card, with Charlo, like Jamal on the undercard, because I know Jamal specifically needs to fight, Like, come on, bro. That is sell. Like, I buy that. And then you'll be able to pay that man like you're supposed to. But it's like, I don't know, y'all just being weird now, beating around the bush. That's what it seems like. Y'all just being weird, beating around the bush. You have all the pieces in order to make shit happen, and you're not making it happen, and it's weird. And I'm listening to you explaining it like they playing us, and it's just like I don't understand why though. Like,
playing us heavy because they not prepared.
Yeah,
they're not prepared. They're not prepared to make the fight. They don't want to give out the guarantees, and they just play the media. Whoever has mentioned November 19th, because there was a whole lot of people mentioned November 19th. They played you. They played you. It was a play. It was a game. But if I expose it, I become the villain. No, they played every media outlet. I told these guys. No, I heard Al Heyman say this. I heard him say this. I'm telling y'all. Oh, but Mike Coppinger said this. I said, I'm telling you, he said this. It was never an option.
No, and then just like the last caller was just saying, it's like at this point, man, quit beating around the bush and just make the Keith Thurman fight. We know that's what y'all want to do.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like at least announce something because now you fucking up boxing. And like you know what I mean? You fucking up boxing. Like we ain't got nothing scheduled.
Yeah.
Give us something, but we can't close the year out like this. I'm starting to get mad as I'm talking about it because it's like, you know what I mean? We can't close the year out like this.
Right. I get
like
you.
It was a good year, and it was like starting up popping, and then it's like, yeah, fucking up the end of the year, bro. I feel like they did this last year too, though. Like you said, bro, because like it started off pretty good last year too, and then it just like trickled down. You know?
Mhm. Nah, you're right. And they had a good schedule. They had a really good schedule. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
and the first half of the year from April to May, April to Tank, it was a decent. It wasn't great fights, but it kept us busy. You know what I mean? Collectively, they had the names fighting, but the reality is,
And that's the cool part, bro. It's like, come on, bro. Like, what's going on with the cycle of boxing, bro? Like, it used to be like, fights like everybody fights every at least twice a year. Now we down to this once every 18 months for certain people.
yeah.
Because they're not even fighting once a year. Some of these people, it's like every 18 months, some even two. And this is how you lose, bro. This is how you lose. Like we don't like me and my sister talk about this all the time. The plan is not to stay in this sport forever, bro. The plan is for you to start young like you are, get to like 20, really go pro and then be done by the time you're 30, bro. Not sit here and play around this. Like this is discouraging. Like I said, that doesn't give me confidence to see everybody sitting here only getting one fight a year, making like, one check a year. Like that's why they're struggling like that too. You can't like, man, especially if you don't know how to manage your money, but you can't survive off one check a year. You know what I mean?
It's
So you
hard.
gotta, yeah, bro, these dudes, they crazy. Hey, but I gotta go, bro. I got all these little ones running around still. I just wanted to go ahead and call in real quick and talk to you real quick.
I appreciate you, dog. Thank you, man.
All right, man.
All right, love, man. Appreciate you. Yeah, man. Tuesday, 4:37. The Yankees, man. Oh yeah, it's Yankee season. Al Heyman signed his first female fighter. I don't know if she signed the PBC, but she was on the card, and that is Fundura's sister. I've never seen her fight, but congratulations to her. And I mean, it is what it is, man. As you guys can see, there were no black people on the card. Mikael Williams wasn't on the TV portion. I'm telling you, they get this cheap labor just like every Fortune 500 company. You know what I mean? Cheap labor, man. Cheap labor runs the world, man. The Democrats want the immigrants for cheap labor. They like these import export businesses, and they allow these companies to exploit Indonesia, Bangladesh, China, and all these other cities. But the same thing happened last night. It's exploitation. Everybody does it. It's just that PBC's card was last night. So not Al Heyman, Bob Arum does it. That's how Manny Pacquiao came across. Manny Pacquiao was a late fill-in. They all do it. Isaac Dogbay was a fill-in. You know what I mean? And then he beat one of the brothers. I forget the Latin brother's name. He's a good guy. He beat him. So it's all, but when you give people the truth, but it is what it is, man. I'll be the truth sayer. I'm gonna be the most hated man in boxing. I'm gonna be out here all by myself. Be like, I told y'all this shit was true. But what do I know, man? Yeah. And the girl is Samson's fighter, but she fights under the umbrella, under Al Heyman's umbrella. But yeah, man, it was no black fighters on the card. None. Zero. If that was Bob Arum, hey, Miss T, this Miss T? No, zero. If that was Bob Arum. Hello?
Yeah, what's going on?
Hey, what's up? No, that's not Miss T. What's up?
So you saying that all the fighters that Al got is basically being exploited?
Exploited, meaning they're fighting once a year. Yeah, I would say that. Yes, I don't think they're being.
What?
Yeah, I wouldn't. I mean, look at the schedule. Everybody want to fight 3 times a year. Earl Spence wants to fight 3 times a year. Deontay Wilder wants to fight 3 times a year. Andy Ruiz wants to fight 3 times a year. Where they fight? Where they getting these fights at?
So you saying they just ran out of money?
Yeah, for sure.
Wow, this is wild. So that's why we're not getting the fights you want to see, then.
Well, the second half of the second half of this year, we haven't gotten any fights from PBC. that, you know,
nothing but the pay-per-view fights.
Yeah, but that's a welfare system for PBC. It's like to offset the bottom line.
Wow.
You know, like Deontay Wilder fought a guy like him for free. You know, what's his name? Remember, he knocked that guy. That kid missed a breath. That Russian or whatever he is, he knocked him out cold. Bermain Stavern was free. That was.
I mean, that was years ago, though.
Yeah, and that when they had the money. Now you understand. See history.
Right. Yeah, because it was doing the free boxing for all.
Yeah, and here's the catch. Here's how we are one-sided in this. One side. We all one-sided. I'm going to say I was to give other people a landing spot, right? Al Heyman said free boxing for all. And now he's pay-per-view. No one's going to touch that. No one in media is going to touch that. No one.
Damn.
Now part two. Now listen to this. Eddie Hearn goes from $9.99 a month to $19.99 a month to $149 for the year, and now $64 plus your membership for pay-per-view. That shit is like cyber World War III. I'm telling you, it's right in front of us, man, and we just sit here and pretend it's not.
It's basically like follow the clues.
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
Wow. Well, yeah.
Al Heyman did the same thing.
Wilder,
did the same thing with Eddie Hearn. They came in with a lot of money, got these fighters excited, overpaid them, except he had more money and he had cash on hand. So he was able to sign these fighters and give them their guarantees and give them fight dates. And it was easy. It was fun. But now we at a stage where the money at? Because why aren't you still rolling like you were? Either he did this intentionally or he failed as a business plan. And I would say it's a combination of both. I would expect Al Heyman to get out of boxing real soon and just start not out of boxing, but not the man who he was. Like he'll just be making fights. Like, hey, you want to use my fighter? Yeah, you want to use my fighter? And maybe once a month he'll put on a card or something. I genuinely can see that happening because he needs at least 2 networks for PBC to be successul. At least
with all the fighters that he got.
Right.
Shit. Yeah, it's a wild time, man. Shit, nothing's been the same. Shit's getting wilder and wilder.
I mean, I want these fighters to get paid, man. I really do. I want these fighters to get paid, and hopefully it happens. You know.
Right. Well, thanks, man. Appreciate you.
No, it's all love, dog. I thank you for calling in. Welcome to the show.
Yeah.
What's up, 916?
Hey, Fred, how you doing, my brother?
How you doing? Who this?
Hey, you don't know me. I'm from Sacramento. I'm a subscriber though.
Thank
you.
you.
I have a question for you, bro. I'm 65 years old.
Oh, you sound young.
And this is the first time. I know. I hear that all the time. And the first time I ever seen boxing in this state, the way it is right now. And also want to tell you, when they mentioned that November 19th, oh man, I was excited. My kids excited. And then I turned and I heard your station, and you explained it all, man. And it's like opened my eyes about a lot of things when it comes down to boxing. And so one question I have for you right now, now if the fighters was to leave Al Heyman, how would they get fights if they can't be under Al Heyman? How would they get fights on their own? I don't understand that part.
Well, I honestly don't think Al Heyman fighters can leave.
No.
They can leave. I don't think they have the confidence to leave. Daniel Jacobs left. Amir Khan left. So many other fighters have left. So they can leave because the Ali Act protects them. Al Heyman has no power. I mean, he has power, but I'm saying because of the Ali Act, he can't prevent them from going to go after fights.
Oh, okay.
And there's a certain, I don't know the amount of years in the contract itself, but it's It's let me regather my thoughts. So a PBC fighter can call Eddie Hearn and be like, I want to fight.
Okay.
A Bob Arum, you know what I mean? But they don't touch each other's fighters because it's a game of pimps and hoes. Like pimps don't mess with other pimps' hoes, right?
I got you. I see what you're saying. It makes sense. Hey, Fred, one more thing I want to ask you as well.
Yes.
Okay. As a world champion,
yes.
How often do you pay sanction fees on those belts?
Thank you.
Just the one time?
Every fight. Every fight.
Every fight? Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
Isn't it up to like a third of your purse or something like that?
It's 3%. That's the
3%.
That's the going rate. 3%.
Wow.
That's a lot of
Every
money.
fight.
Every fight. Yeah.
Wow. Hey, because I remember when Floyd fought Mosley, he said I don't want your belt. I remember that. So now I kind of get all that. I did not know it was like every fight.
Yeah.
I
Every
thought
fight.
once you win it, you got the belts and you don't have to pay it no more. Oh wow. Yeah. Hey man, I also want to tell you, man, I really appreciate your knowledge.
Oh, thank
Not
you.
only in boxing but in life, bro. I listen to you a lot.
Oh, that's
And
love,
I
man.
really
Thank you, dog. It means a
appreciate
lot.
you, bro. Yeah, and God bless you, man. And you keep up the good work.
Oh, that's love.
Because we as black people, we need a Fred in our life.
Oh,
right?
everybody need a friend in their life. You better tell them.
So I just wanted to let you know that, my brother.
Thanks,
I
dog.
appreciate you.
No, thank you, brother. Yeah, I appreciate that.
Hey,
And
Fred, I was going to ask you one more thing, bro.
this nigga got one more. You got 1 more questions, but go ahead.
Okay. Hey, Fred, if I'm in LA, how can I meet you, bro?
Just hit me. Hit me.
Okay. All right. So I was thinking about coming out there next month.
Yeah, just
But,
let me know.
I
I'm
hit you
around.
up, man.
I'm around. Yeah, for sure.
Just want to meet you. That's it.
Yeah, this number works for sure.
All right. Appreciate you, man.
Thank
Have
you,
a good
dog.
one.
All right. Yeah. What is it gonna say? He said Floyd fought Moses. I had 45 jokes, but man, he said Floyd fought Moses. Oh my God. In my head, I was crying laughing. Floyd fought Moses? Oh man, that nigga is the Black Jesus. He Black Jesus for real. If he fought Moses, you know what I mean? Everybody know he meant Mosley, but I just, it was just jokes just came to my head. But yeah, man, where the black fighters at, man? Where are the black fighters? Where the BLMB? Black Lives Matter in boxing. BLMNB. Black Lives Matter in boxing. Man, oh man. Yeah, man, I appreciate you, Robin. Yeah, but it's just important, man. It's important that we stand up for. It's important that here's what I learned and here's what I learned really with the Kenny Porter shit. Even though I would tell Kenny Porter the truth in private, like I told him, you need another trainer, dog. You can't do this by yourself. Oh, I got it. I said, nah, Sean needs help. Like, you need some more skill set development, you know. But hey, who am I? And but the reality is, I'm telling fighters, I'm telling media, be independent, be honest with the people. You can have as many private conversations as you want to. It's a beautiful thing. I like when media members have relationships with fighters. It's a beautiful thing. You can see the chemistry in interviews. You can see the chemistry in real life. When I used to go to fights, you can genuinely see it. But you gotta be independent, man, because they will use and manipulate you. Steven Espinoza, he did it. I'm willing to bet he wasn't genuine with Tay Jones. I'm telling you. I watched the interview. Oh yeah, we're close. You know, Tank, we're working on. How is Tank behind? Tank and them is behind. Tank and Ryan is behind Crawford and Spence. Shouldn't they be closer? Like, you know, but what do I know, man? Sometimes my common sense just, you know, it just is what it is, man. I've seen him lie and lie and lie. He gonna lie next week too. They got a fight next week. Oh no, on the 29th. They have another fight on the 29th. So he's gonna lie again on the 29th, and we're gonna break down that interview. And I'm not breaking these interviews down for Spence and Crawford. I don't give a flying fuck about that fight right now. I care about it, but I'm not enthused or excited. I want to teach y'all the game. So when y'all watch these motherfuckers, y'all like, he lying. He lying. But hey, just how I know Bob is lying when he's talking to me, like, Bob, come on, tell the truth, Bob. You lying. Stop lying to the people. You know, but what do I know? Black fighters, BFM, y'all. Black fighters matter. Everybody hashtag that shit. BFM. Black family, what's it called? That sounds like the Black Mafia family, the BMF. No. Black fighters matter. Hashtag Black fighters matter. Black fighters matter. Black fighters matter, y'all. And yeah, man. But what do I know, man? We sitting there just being used. BFL, Black fighters matter, though. Oh, man, we out here getting destroyed in these streets, man. Is there anybody on the card that you knew last night outside of Fundora? Oh, Campo don't count because he was an opponent, right? No way Espinoza makes that fight. He can't make that fight because it has to be for real. That fight has to have a build-in. And what I mean by that is you got to see some interactions between the two of them. You know, because they all need fight dates. Oscar needs fight dates for his lesser known opponents, and so does Steven Espinoza. Steven Espinoza is praying his showbox takes off. He's just sitting like, man, God, if we can get a superstar out of this showbox, like a Jerome Ennis, and man, I'm just looking for it. Can you guys start promoting on Instagram and Twitter, and because y'all got to be famous, man? Because I'm tired of being under Al Heyman's thumb. I want Al Heyman to know that I can make fights without him. He said oh man, the fact that he used there and not we, but he corrected himself in the interview though. They hate me, man. Oh, they hate me. Like, man, they hate me. Oh, they hate me. Oh, they flipping hate me. But Espinoza wants a lot of things, but he ain't gonna get it. I want a lot of things. I ain't gonna get it, you know. But what do I know? If you guys want to beam in, you're more than welcome to. Oh, man. So it's over, man. PBC as we once know it is over. If they don't get 2 networks, I'm waiting on the fighters to start complaining. Let's see. I want to see Earl's. When did Earl fight last? I want to see this. Now, I know he would have fought in August, but he had a torn retina, and I'm glad that man is healthy. I'm gonna tell you why I have respect for Earl. You guys know what he did for Jaquan. I would still hold Earl accountable. I'm not, you know. I'm gonna tell you why. Because Earl made a mistake and he fixed it immediately. That's one of the reasons why I respect him. You got niggas making the same mistakes in their 20s and their 40s. Niggas selling drugs in his 20s, still selling drugs in his 40s. You know what I mean? Earl got into the car accident, and we know the details of it. The motherfucker said, I'm getting me a ranch. I'm getting out the city, man. I had a condo in the middle of downtown. Everything was there. Fuck that. I'm gone. I'm not fucking around no more. Nah, I'm good. And that's what happened. So I respect him for that. I ain't gonna lie. I respect him for that. Because you got gangbangers gangbanging at 30 and 40. And I'm gonna tell you that I had episodes in my life. You know, I've been rich since about 32, 33 years old, meaning that, you know, I have expository income. Yeah, I bullshit a lot. You know what I mean? And me and Dre have a great relationship, and she put up with a whole bunch of shit. But I had to make a decision. You know what I mean? I had to, do I want family or do I want the bullshit? I chose family. You know what I mean? And I switched it up right then and there. You understand? You know, so but so and I encourage all men, learn your triggers. If strip clubs are your triggers, don't go. If alcohol is your trigger, don't go. If weed is your trigger, don't buy it. You know what I mean? If hanging out with this one friend is your trigger, you got to lie to him. You know what I mean? Or you got to invite him to your house and say, "Oh, I can't go nowhere, but come over, man. Come over. We can watch the game together at my house." And you guys go in the back room, you guys go in the garage and watch the fight. Watch the game. You got to know your triggers as a man, and I think that's incredibly important. You know what I mean? Niggas selling drugs at 40 years old. He was selling drugs at 20. He a piece of shit. The same way I tell my cousins, you a piece of shit. You know what I mean? Selling drugs at 20 and you still doing it at 40. Nigga, what type of nigga is you? What type of man are you? But I'm going to show you guys something that y'all don't even know. Y'all, because people talk about Earl every day, so we lose sight of the fact that this nigga ain't really fought. How do I close this shit? Oh, wait. I want y'all to see this. Let me close this ad. Okay, there we go. Y'all never would have known. For those of you driving, these are Earl Spence's last 3 fight dates. 4/16/22, 12/5/20. Do you guys understand that he had a 2-year break in between Danny Garcia and Ugas? Do you guys understand that shit? Never would have known that, huh? Had you not looked at it. And 9/28 to 12/20, he gets a pass. He was in a car accident. But it's been 2 years from Danny. You would have never known that shit because we talk about Earl Spence. Somebody's talking about Earl Spence every day. So you never would have known that the man has been out the ring 2 years, year and a half, you know. You never would have known. If I hadn't posted this, I guarantee you would have never known. Yeah, Instagram, whatever. Know your triggers as a man. If you learn your triggers, you become a powerful man. I'm telling you. I know my triggers. I stay the fuck away. That's why I do this show every night. You know what I mean? I'll be back by 5 a.m. I'm taking my kids to school, but no, I'm not playing in them streets, man. Only thing that should be open after midnight is your bathroom. Yeah, I mean, I stay out the way, man. You know. But you never would have known that, huh? But I know he got injured. That fight would have happened. I understand that. But I just want you guys to see that it's been a long time. Wilder's been out a year. You know, today was the anniversary of his last fight. You know, I saw the highlights. Was it yesterday or today? I saw the highlights floating on Instagram. But what's up, man? How you been, dog?
What's going on, man?
I've been great, man. How you been?
Man, you done outdid it again, man. Man, I've been on first shift, man. You know what I'm saying? They didn't play me. You know what I'm saying? There ain't nothing I can do. But just go with it.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? And so I've been catching the shows, man. And it's crazy how, you know what I'm saying, we have the same people that come in the groups every night. You know, y'all be on every night. You know, I might not catch it live, but I'll watch it during work and stuff. But it's crazy how, I forget, I think dude was from Brooklyn. The dude he was from Brooklyn.
Oh, the Bronx.
And everybody was against him. You know what I'm saying? It was just, you know what I'm saying? His delivery was just different. You know what I'm saying? But he had some good points, man.
He did.
And then what was that one, the other show? Chaotic something? His delivery, he was crazy. He was just calling people. They're crazy. I'm like, man, you had a real show and nothing talked about no boxing at all. And you had a whole show, bro. That was crazy. And then the Kanye. Kanye crazy, man. But, you know, he a crazy genius, though. You know, it's crazy. But how the family been doing, though?
Oh, as well. As well. I'm glad you're back working.
Oh, yeah, man.
You were on a layoff, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they put me on first shift, and knowing we was gonna cause me, you know, they took my pride away of taking my son to school and picking him up every day. They took that away.
You enjoyed that, huh?
Yeah, man. They took that away. I be in that office like, man, y'all keep on telling me different dates. I just, you know, it's supposed to be October 17th, but now they ain't got enough people to fill it. And I'm like, man, I'm taking a hit all the way around the board. That's $2.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And picking my son up, that's priceless.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't have Instagram, so, but I'll be seeing y'all be talking about posting stuff with y'all kids and stuff, man.
Yeah, when you ever get one, feel free to tag me.
Man.
Glad to repost it.
Man, it's so hard trying to get to Instagram. They want me to show ID, and I'm like, I don't remember the password. That was back in the day.
Just get a new one. Just get a new one.
I'm gonna have to or something, bro. You know what I'm saying? But how's everything else, man?
Everything is good, man. I'm just exposing the lies in boxing. You know, I mean, everybody's lying and everybody using Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford to get leverage and make money and protect themselves and make themselves not feel like they not the ones not making the fight. But hey, what do I know?
We already know, man. At least we know it ain't happening this year. That's all we know.
Right.
And I'm starting to lose respect for people keep on reposting stuff like this sources say, and then, you know, trying to be the first person, man. It's making yourself look bad because you're doing too many clicks on false information.
Right.
Basically, because it's not going down.
Right.
And then, you know, they about to have this Wilder fight. They gonna probably owe everybody in the house money. Right. They can't pay for it.
Right.
This is facts. You know what I'm saying? Fred already exposed it. Like, we was all naive, you know, and he said this, then deliver. And it's just like janky promoters.
Janky promoters, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, once a person lied to you, you gotta sit back and be like, oh shit, it ain't solid no more. And we was supposed to have that fight, you know what I'm saying? But everything's been exposed. Like, shit, you said this was gonna happen in 2 years.
Right.
2 years, people. And it's happening.
Yeah.
It's just crumbling.
Right.
And then we get punished. As fans, you know what I'm saying? I didn't kill my subscription to Showtime for nothing.
Oh, yeah.
For nothing. You know what I'm saying? Start wars in my house for nothing.
They ain't giving us nothing anyway.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly, bro. It don't even matter, man. Like I said, that's what y'all got phones for.
Yeah, facts.
You know? But it's just the principle of who willing to go to war. And like I tell people all the time, and it'd be a lot of people on there be talking. Just be talking, man. But one thing I can say is you talked it and you showed it.
Yep.
So, you know what I'm saying? You just gotta pay homage to that. And everything else is just talking, bro.
Yep. Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
People gonna talk.
Exactly, bro. It's just talking, bro. And it just coming from where I'm at, where I came from and where I'm at, man, like I said, don't none of that matter. Only I get the choice of what I'm about to do. I can spaz out, trip out, because I ain't get my way on third shift, or I can ride it out because I already know what it is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's just growth as an individual. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Not no follower. Like I told people when they quit, like, I ain't starting over, bro. Forget that. You know what I'm saying? I already got to get the check from the white man and shit. You know what I'm saying? but it just that's just the point in my life where I gotta take care of my family that way.
Yeah.
I can't take care of my family the other way.
Yeah.
No, two people depend on me to come through that door every day.
Yep. You're right.
No matter where I go. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, what's up with Devin Haney and what's up? How you feel about this fight?
Devin Haney. Well, let's listen to the man.
What do you mean?
H Money.
You already know H Money, Mr. DHP, Mr. Devin Haney Promotions. We in the building.
Shit.
Hey, Fred, Devin Haney, the youngest undisputed champion in the history of boxing. We got all the belts. And guess what? George Kambosos versus Devin Haney. It's the rematch this Saturday. You don't want to miss it. Devin Haney, he's ready for all the smoke. Hey, Fred, line him up. Shakur Stevenson, Lomachenko, who won it next? Now, we were top ranked. We were Bob Arum. You know what I mean? Fred, those fights are easy to make.
Hey, H Money.
What's up with you?
Hey, Bob winning because it's going to be free.
Yeah, exactly. And Wilder fighting on pay-per-view. Deontay Wilder fighting on pay-per-view. Devin Haney fighting on free. ESPN. Hey, Fred, what's a better deal? Devin Haney on Saturday on ESPN or Wilder on pay-per-view for $100?
Oh, free is always better. You know that.
Oh, yeah, so I'm watching Devin Haney for all the belts. He fighting for the undisputed. And Wilder, ain't no belts on that card, man. They overcharging the fans. Bill Haney and Devin Haney, man, they doing a great job. Fred, Devin Haney is the real deal. He's the next Floyd Mayweather. He's undisputed champion like Sugar Ray Leonard. It's the real deal, Fred. You know what I mean? He's a young Andre Ward. He's a young Bernard Hopkins. He's something special. And he gonna show it again. The best fighter in the world, man. You know, Fred, we ready for all the smoke. Line them up. Lomachenko, let's get Bob Arum back on the barbershop because Haney want Lomachenko. He want him bad.
After Halloween, I'll call
him. He want Lomachenko bad. Devin Haney gonna punish Lomachenko. Devin Haney, he's gonna be one of the greatest lightweights of all time. You gotta put him up there with Pernell Whitaker, one of your favorite fighters. Rest in peace, Sweet Pea. Devin Haney, the first undisputed champion in the lightweight division ever since Pernell Whitaker. And he's defended his world titles just like Sweet Pea. Come on, Fred. You got to give it up to him. You got to give it up. He deserved the credit. He took less money. And guess what, Fred? Devin Haney, he looking for Tank Davis. What's up with Tank? What's up with everybody at 135? What's up with Shakur Stevenson? He was talking after his fight. Come on, Fred. Hey, yeah, we want all the smoke.
Hey, it's kind of funny, though, you know what I'm saying, that all top-ranked people was getting fights.
Exactly. And who's the top dog? Who's the one with all the belts?
Damn, that's just crazy, bro. Yeah, we already know Devin Haney, he holding it down, man. You know, he holding it down.
Yeah, you know? Hey, so Devin
Haney... more
to
prove after Loma. You know what I'm saying? No more to prove. So he go to 140. You know, we gonna see what he do at 140.
No, you know what he gonna do. He gonna become 2-time undisputed champion. The first man to ever do that.
Okay, as long as the business don't fucking, you know what I'm saying? I wish him nothing but the best.
Absolutely. You ready? You ready for the fight this Saturday?
Yeah, oh yeah, man. I'm talking about, come on, man. Like it's man, it's crazy how just all these people is getting fights, and it's so many fights over there that can be made, man. Like, oh my God. Just make you mad, man. Like, but I feel you, man. I feel you, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, Devin Haney holding it down, man.
Hey, you already know, man. Devin Haney gonna dominate Kambosos again. In the first fight, hey Fred, in the first fight,
what you got it by?
9-3.
Hey, domination.
You said 9-3?
9-3, yeah.
Okay. I was about to say, you know, they go steal a couple rounds and stuff. Yeah. I was about to give him at least 8-4.
I mean, it might be 8-4, but it's going. And Devin got a. And by the way, Mike Tyson is the youngest heavyweight.
Well, that's with 3 belts, Fred. Come on, you said that's with 3 belts.
Okay,
Devin Haney. Hey, let me finish. Devin Haney, he's the youngest undisputed. Hey, let me finish, bro. Devin Haney is the youngest undisputed champion with 4 belts. 4 is more than 3. Last time I checked, he got more belts than Tyson.
And 5 chains on my neck.
Yeah. So what's up? Devin Haney got 4 belts. Mike Tyson had 3 belts. Fred, he had more belts than Tyson.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, Fred, guess what? Devin Haney got the best jab since Larry Holmes. He got the best jab in boxing, bro. And he gonna dominate George Kambosos. And George Kambosos, he beat Teofimo Lopez. You know what I mean? So, hey, like I said, Fred, Devin Haney versus Lomachenko next. We gonna do it after that. And if anybody else wants some smoke, including Shakur Stevenson and Tank Davis, you know what I'm saying?
I'm talking about, I don't know if Devin gonna be sticking around for them, man. Because
he want all the smoke. Just know that. What's up with Loma? What's up with Lomachenko?
You already know Loma was in that contract. You know what I'm saying? So we already know that's. We already know that's coming. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Fred, you like that fight with Lomachenko?
But Devin gonna have 3 fights within what, 12 months?
Yeah, that's how it should be.
Exactly. He's staying active, right, Fred? He just fought Kambosos in June, and he's fighting again.
Yeah, 4 months later, he back as it should be.
Absolutely, man. Hey, make sure y'all watch the fight this Saturday. Devin Haney versus George Kambosos. It's the rematch for the undisputed lightweight championship of the world, the Super Bowl of the lightweight division. I can't wait. It's Haney time. It's Haney time. Let's go.
How do you have the fight?
Oh, Devin Haney domination. You know what I'm saying?
What does that mean? Domination, like knockout?
He gonna give him a boxing lesson. He gonna give him a boxing lesson. That's what he gonna do. You know what I mean?
All right, let me ask you this: if he fights him similar to the first fight, what are your thoughts?
I think that's a good idea. He won every round in that fight, but I think he could do a little bit more and turn it up. You know what I mean? But yeah, the first fight was a masterclass, Fred. Right. You know, yep. Hey, man, he made history in that fight. He beat George Kambosos in Australia, beat him in his own country, and dominated him at 23 years old, and he made history in the process. So, man, I can't wait, Fred. This Saturday, it's Haney time. Haney. We in here. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm excited. I mean, it's a great day. We got Michigan playing Penn State, 10 versus 4. We got a whole bunch of other games. We got Tennessee playing somebody.
Hey, that Alabama game was crazy, wasn't it?
Yeah, and they got the backup quarterback in. So
I'm just saying they tried their best to give that game to Texas A&M. They called that penalty across the field, and then it was a first and goal, 0 seconds on the get one more play. Yeah, man, that was a good game, man. And I told my people they was gonna cover.
What was it, 3.5?
No, they were giving Texas A&M 27.
Oh man, with the backup quarterback in?
Yeah, 27, bro. I'm like, bro, that's a lot. They about to play them tight with the backup quarterback. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Come on, man. It's a backup quarterback. He ain't seen this before. 27 points. That's a lot of points, man.
Yep, it is. It is. And the over-under was like 48 or 51. Somewhere in there.
Yeah, it was somewhere in there.
Yeah, so I mean, you had to like literally destroy them.
Man, you see, he was making freshmen, you know what I'm saying, backup quarterback make mistakes, not holding the ball. You know what I'm saying? You know, he got talent. He just ain't never been in real action. Game speed up.
Yeah. It's a big fight. I mean, I wouldn't say Devin is a big fight. I just think it's a good day of boxing, man. It's like a steady, good day of boxing.
I'm talking about we just getting blessed for real.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good day for us, man. We got the 2 young ladies in the morning. We got Devin, and we got the other kid from the DMV area is fighting. It's a good day for boxing, man. And I think it's a good day to hang around. 3 or 4 friends hang around, and you know what I mean?
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Because we ain't had this, man, and it's just sad that we ain't getting this. We should be flooded.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Straight flooded with boxing. You know what I'm saying? And it's just crazy how this stuff get to this, and I'm just tired. I'm so tired of seeing this shit to where I don't even get on YouTube no more because this shit it's just hilarious.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To where it's just aggravating me. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to see this to niggas is in the ring and they ain't getting in the ring to 2023. So, you know what I'm saying? I already fixed myself to understand that. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna keep on having hopes up, and then even if a nigga did have to get their hopes up and they do something, nigga can't plan it right because y'all done fucked it all up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
What round do you think Wilder knocks out that dude?
Fourth or the fifth.
Fourth or the fifth? Okay.
I think he want to try a couple things, you know what I'm saying, before he get him up out of there. You know what I'm saying? But I think he just want to show something. I don't think he want to get him out there too fast because then they be thinking that one punch Wilder shit. I think he want to, you know what I'm saying, do a couple combinations, you know what I'm saying, work on whatever he been working on, you know what I'm saying, and show us this. And basically, shit, he need to show us more, you know what I'm saying? If you go carry that heavy weight, you know what I'm saying, your stamina got to be right, you know what I'm saying? You got to carry that, you know?
He's down to his back normal weight, though. 219 somewhere.
That'd be making more agile, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, because he was big the last fight, you know what I'm saying? He was real big. He was buff Bagwell.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He just ran out of stamina, man. You know what I'm saying? He had a good game plan. I give him that if he could have just kept it up. But that was still though, that was great fights. Great fights, and next you know, it just fizzled after that. Like, you know, just fizzled down. Like, but the breakdown of everything, just like Fred Hawthorne said, in 2 years, it's gonna crumble in the summer.
Yeah, it's been a terrible summer, you know? It's been a terrible summer.
Terrible summer.
Right.
Do they even have anything like scheduled for like the upcoming months?
Nothing of note.
Nothing to note. And what did you always preach? Like, you know what I'm saying? Planning is everything.
Yeah. People argue with me with a schedule. Can you believe how ridiculous that was?
You know what I'm saying? We all need schedules because, come on, man.
You gotta keep a schedule because you gotta
stay organized, man. You gotta stay organized,
and you gotta eliminate as much competition.
Man, come on, man. And if you plan it right, you know what I'm saying, you'll get all the money because some people, the casuals, will be like, "Well, what are you doing? Oh, it's a fight tonight. Oh, for real? Oh, yeah. I'm about to go tell Jimmy. I'm about to go tell Bob, and we about to have my fight party, dude." You know what I'm saying? Shit like that, bro. You know? Make them pay for it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just show up.
Yeah, I'm gonna be watching the Wilder. I'm excited about Wilder's ring entrance. I want to see what he does with the ring entrance.
Yeah.
Very interested in that. And like I said, I'm gonna be nervous watching Wilder.
No.
I'll be very nervous.
One thing I want to hear is what he gonna say afterward.
Oh yeah, he wants Usyk.
You know what I'm saying? I want to know because you already know the budget is messed up. So, you know what I'm saying? You can't say no wild, crazy name.
Well, Andy Ruiz, you know, that would
You know
be
what I'm saying?
motherfucker Andy Ruiz, like, man, I want to go to the UK and get a check. I need a check. Pick me,
Bro,
Tyson.
they all need a check. They all need a check. Man, watch.
Man, he like,
watch.
pick me, dog. He waving his hand. Pick me.
Jamal Charlo gonna be tripping in a minute, man. Telling you.
I told y'all what's gonna happen.
He gonna be tripping.
That shit.
I want to see him get back on a motherfucking private jet.
Oh, that ain't happening. That ain't happening.
You go private jet, you know what I'm saying? I want to see some videos of like, you see my ring, you see my chain, you know, what happened? You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, man, that's poor fans and shit. You know what I'm saying? What happened?
Oh, the ego. Yeah, their egos are.
Yeah, man. Everybody want to fight. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to what's that one dude name that got away? He done already fought twice. Hitchison.
Oh, yep. He got 2 fights coming up, November 12th, and he's gonna fight Montana Love in the next fight.
See, got away. He broke away. He wiggled out.
Yep.
It's kind of like what's going on with that P Diddy shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Where Mace like, nigga, you know what I'm saying? Like, you was smart. You know what I'm saying? But I woke up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I woke up, and you don't like that. The truth hurt.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? That interview was crazy. Like, you could just tell it was some tension.
Oh, I didn't watch that Diddy interview. You watched it?
Yeah, on the Breakfast Club. It was like, you just tell some tension, like, you know, like Mace said, nigga, you put everything in your mama name, man.
Damn.
And everybody that can bring you receipts is dead.
Damn.
Everybody else, you know. I'm like, damn, man.
Man, yeah.
And it goes back to like what you were saying, like, just dangle this little money out.
Facts.
And you sign your little life over. And we get the back end.
Ain't no back end. Ain't no fucking back end.
Oh, no, because they go get all the publishing. Because they already sold their rights off for $20,000, knowing what they gonna do later. They already sold it off for dirt cheap.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Straight dirt cheap, you know? That's why I was trying to argue with my son was talking about the YB album, and I'm like, bro, he could have got more money, but he sold his shit, and then he didn't already fulfill this shit, and
Who's YB?
Young boy.
Oh, NBA young boy.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, he sold his shit. You know what I'm saying? He sold his shit, bro. Like, they go get the rest. But he young, so he just took the whole money right now.
Right.
And he popular on YouTube. So they like, shit, all right, we go get this because you gonna stay popular on YouTube. That's why I told my son, like, man, you gotta think like a business suit, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They just dangle this little money, little 60 million in front of him. You know, that's what he got was 60 million, but shit, he done fulfilled everything by dropping too many albums, even though his albums sound the same.
Right. I've never heard of him.
Bro, all his albums sound the same, bro. He just got a fan base like Ryan Garcia shit.
I saw Ryan Garcia in a GMC commercial today.
What?
He sent it to me. Yeah, he out here balling.
You talking about like a GMC electric car?
Yeah, a truck or something. Yeah.
Man, that's big if he in an electric one, man. Man, that's 2 commercials, Gatorade and them.
Yeah, what's up, Struggle Boxing? Yeah, man, he out here balling.
Man, what's up with Tank and Floyd, man?
Everything like now remember they said I was hating. Remember they said I was hating on remember they said I was hating. Remember that?
Yeah, they said you was hating, but it's the truth. But I'm talking about it was always tension between them.
Man. You just hate. You don't like Floyd. I told y'all, man.
It's always tension. You know what I'm saying between them two, man. Like ever since Javante, man, been exposed and all that stuff, man. It's just been tension, man. Like no, he didn't like that shit. Right. He ain't like that shit at all. So. And then Floyd ain't coming right, man. It's still I don't understand how he got all them boxers and he's not putting his promoter hat on. He's still like living in his career, bro.
Floyd fighting 3 times this year. This will be his 3rd fight. Lorenzo Simpson fights this Saturday. Yeah, that's what it was. Lorenzo Simpson. Thank you.
Hey, so how much you really think he cleared? Since, you know what I'm saying, he's trying to get away from Al.
I mean, he's made a lot of money. He's made a lot of money for sure.
You know what I'm saying? To where he just started hustling. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, he out here hustling like no tomorrow. I've never seen. I mean, this is like record proportion. Like he out here hustling. Like he going downtown, getting the merchandise, going uptown, putting a shirt on.
But I'm just saying though, that's enough money generated to put on fights for your boxers with your own money. Why you even have them signed to you if that's not what you was gonna do?
Right, man. Floyd has fought 3 times this year.
3 times, man.
Yeah, he's fighting next month. This will be his 3rd fight. I don't know what date he's fighting. I just heard he's fighting some guy named that starts with an S. CG, AG, CG, SG, SAG, something. It starts with an S, I believe. And but put this in perspective. His 3rd fight.
He fight 3 fights and can't nobody even fight one time. Dang, that's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
I hope they listening to this because that just sound crazy. Like your promoter is fighting 3 times and you still going and putting in work and you don't have a date.
Insane, right?
And you don't have a date.
Insane. Yeah.
I wonder, do Floyd be like, yeah, I have a exhibition you should come support. I wonder, do he ask his TMT fighters to do that?
What TMT fighters?
I'm just saying, the people that can't talk on the show can't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? And they just sitting back, just chilling, like we TMT, but we don't have no date. Oh, but our promoter, he about to fight 3 times. He got 3 checks.
That's funny as hell.
3 checks.
That's funny as hell.
That's gonna be like when Floyd Bodyguard got knocked out. Floyd was like, all right, I'm about to fight next.
Hey, Floyd Bodyguard got more fights than his fighters. I'm posting that shit. I'm posting that shit right now.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. I'm about to wait. I gotta be quiet if I wake up the house.
Oh, man.
Oh,
man.
Oh, my God.
Got more fights than you niggas.
Man, that nigga sit back cheesing after that fight. Nigga like, fuck that shit. I got paid. Uh-oh. Oh, that's sad. The bodyguard got more motherfucking fights than niggas, man. That is sad, man. Niggas' girls better not be around, man. Niggas' girls better not be around. Like, that nigga got a motherfucking check and you didn't, nigga, you going training this shit. Nigga, this nigga don't even train. That nigga didn't even train, he got a check.
That nigga Floyd Bodyguard had more fights than a lot of you niggas. Hey, I ain't even lying.
Oh,
Floyd's
man.
Bodyguard had more fights than these niggas, man.
You gonna make me get on Instagram just so I can see the post on that shit.
I'm trying to word it right now. I'm trying to get my...
Oh, man. So I can see the post on that shit, man. Oh, man. Oh, man.
Oh, my God.
And then I gotta get your number too, because you know, when I was laid off, you know, the white man told me how to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like where he's like, man, you know, you could turn this into a business. And I was like, I was been thinking about that. I just didn't know how to go about it. And he's like, yeah, that way you get your business account and everything started, because this is what you're doing every day. So you can provide receipts and you get it started. And I'm like, yeah, I just didn't know the pros and cons of that, and I didn't know how to go about it without doing my research and everything. But he was like, "Yeah, you just need to get started because you're already thinking faster already because you didn't got the ride lawnmower, you didn't got the zero turn, and then you got the trailer to hook up. So now all I need is a truck because my Jeep don't have a hitch. And I'm not putting one on it because of the way the Jeep is made. So I'm just going to trade my Jeep in and get a truck. And that's 2 for 1. Now I got my truck and my trailer, and it's ready to go for next year. And like I said, during layoff, that's just what I had to do. I had to put my grind mode on. You know what I'm saying? Grinded it out. And now it's turning into a business, and I want to do it right. And who better to ask than Fred Hawthorne?
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can text me on this number.
Yeah, man. Just when you send it to DeonGale6 gmail.com.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Bodyguard had more fights than many of y'all this year.
You know what I'm saying? That way I do it right. You know what I'm saying? Because he's trying to coach me, but you know what I'm saying? I'd rather hear 2 ways. You know what I'm saying?
Floyd's bodyguard fought this year.
Bro.
That's funny, dog.
Bro, you
Floyd's
made me.
Bodyguard had a fight this year.
I done woke my girl up laughing, bro, so hard, bro. Like, that shit was so funny as hell. Like, man, put that on the calendar. That nigga fought before y'all. That's crazy. And he don't even train. That's sad, man. That's fucking sad.
That nigga had more fights than.
I wonder how that nigga was sitting on the stool when they brought him this check.
Oh God, that
nigga. I wonder did he even watch Floyd's fight? You know what I'm saying? When they brought him his check. You know what I'm saying? I wonder, man. Man, that's just crazy, bro. Oh my God, man.
Hey, why did he take Jaleel Hackett over there? Hey, we gonna put you in the bring his fighter over. What's up, Marky Dan? You know what I mean? Like, what's up, Marky Dan? It's great to see you, dog. Hey, bring the American fighter over with him and just have him go knock this guy out in Japan. It ain't gonna cost you much.
I don't know, bro.
Dude, Jaleel Hackett has fought 1 time this year on Tank's undercard.
What about the one kid? What was the one kid he was arguing with? I think he was arguing with his dad, Dallas Austin, the Austin kid.
I wasn't arguing with him. Oh, was I? Or this about what?
Because the way they was going about it.
Oh yeah. I just wanted them to be more open.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Talking about they were straight, you know what I'm saying? How many times he fought?
He has a main event coming up. He signed with Golden Boy.
Oh, he signed with Golden Boy?
Yeah, it's not gonna end well there. Nah, it doesn't end well over there with Golden
And
Boy.
what he at? 140 or 147?
35, I think.
He at 135?
He looks good too. He has a great frame on him. He looks good. I haven't seen him fight yet, but I'm looking forward to. I've seen him in highlights.
I ain't seen you fight yet either.
He's fighting next the 20th to 24th, somewhere. He got a 20-something date.
Man, I kind of want to see. It's a Cruz next opponent. That's what I kind of want to see.
Can you believe Floyd's bodyguard had a fight? I still can't get over that shit.
How many times how many times is a Cruz fought?
Eastside Cruz?
Yeah. How many times he fought? Has he got 3 checks?
Twice. He fought on Earl's card and on Andy Ruiz card. Dog.
Damn, he getting checks too. Fortuna got what, 4 checks?
Fortuna for JoJo and Ryan Garcia. All right. Before we get out of here, let's go through a quick list as to PBC fighters that has fought once or none this year.
Okay.
Damn.
Earl Spence,
Earl
Andy
Wilder.
Ruiz, Luis Ortiz has fought twice. Jamal Charlo. Tank Davis has fought once this year.
Damn, that's sad, bro.
Yo, that's the whole resume. Yo, Caleb Plant has only fought once.
When he fighting? November?
The Darrell brothers, Danny Garcia. Yo, tell me somebody that's fought twice. That's insane, man.
That's sad, bro.
And we can't make this up, man. Floyd Bodyguard has fought as much as y'all this year.
Wow.
Leo Santa Cruz. Yo.
Man.
Damn, dog. The only ones is Fundora.
So you saying hold up.
Luis
So you
Ortiz.
saying Floyd's bodyguard has fought more than Gary Russell in 4 years?
Well, he's fought once in 2 years. So yeah, he's fought.
Dang.
Gary Russell's fought one time this year.
Wow. Boxing getting fucked up, bro. I'm sorry about that, man, but that's crazy. We just went down the whole list and they got 300 fighters. And that ain't even 15.
Yo!
Is that 15 people?
Joey Spencer fought one time. Joey Spencer made $25,000 in his 12 for 13 fight.
What?
Yeah, he made $25,000. I couldn't believe it. He made Al Heyman got the checks. He made $25,000.
That's what he cleared, but he still got to pay his people out of that 25.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that's robbery.
Yeah, and he was on the main. He was on. Yo, that's man. Man, that shit was hilarious, dog. Floyd's bodyguard has fought as much as y'all niggas this year.
Man, I'm going to bed on that one, man. I gotta get up in the morning at 4:30, man. But I had to chime in on you, man. Make sure you send that for, when I need to ask you questions and stuff, when I take care of it, I just gotta go do that LLC, whatever he was talking about.
Yeah.
To get it started.
Go to legalzoom.com.
What?
LegalZoom.
LegalZoom?
.com. Go to legalzoom.com.
Okay.
And match that up with a YouTube video, and they'll give you a lot of insight.
Okay. See, that helped me out right there. You see, it's not just boxing, but bodyguards fighting better than niggas and shit. That's crazy, man. That's
Spencer's fought twice this year. Thank you for it. But I mean, the fact that Floyd's bodyguard has fought as many fights as most of the PBCs.
What's that one little dude that Floyd got up next?
Jaleel Hackett. He's only fought one time.
No, the other dude, Kamel.
Ooh.
I think he like 14. I think he's trying to.
I don't know. He's not a pro though, right?
No, I think he's trying to do him like Tank too, man. Get him while he's young and stuff, and get him a couple cars and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And you go fight, but then you ain't go fight.
That's
crazy, man. Boxing fucked up, man.
Floyd's bodyguard has had this.
Man, put a sour taste in my mouth about boxing, man. That's crazy.
Bodyguard has had
That's crazy. And then the sad part about it is y'all cannot reboot this. If anybody hear this, you cannot argue this. Like, when are you gonna fight again?
Yo, Floyd Mayweather's bodyguard has had a fight this year. That's crazy.
That's crazy, bro. Man.
Damn.
Dude only got paid $25,000 and he still gotta pay everybody.
Yeah. I thought that was but the money there, the money gone. The money is amazing over there.
Man.
That's robbery. Like, how do you give your girl that check? Oh my goodness.
Yep.
Man. All right, Fred, man.
All right, I appreciate you, dog.
Man, I appreciate you, man.
All right, it's all love.
Man, you have a good day, and hope the kids have a good day at school tomorrow, man.
Thank you, dog.
It's on, man.
I appreciate you, dog. Yeah, we're gonna get out of here on that note, man. That is fucking hilarious. That Floyd's bodyguard, man. Come on, man. Oh my God, this man threw an interception at the goal line. Who you throwing it to? Damn. Brandon Lee, that's not an Al Heyman fighter. That's what you call? Yo. I'm not gonna post that, man. I'm gonna do a video on it. I'm gonna do a video because I just want to annoy people. Posting the video, I mean, I'm gonna put it in my stories, maybe. No, man, you got 20 seconds. You got 20 seconds, man. What's up?
Fundura, that guy is clearly a beast, but he's beatable. He's beatable.
Yeah, he's definitely.
You got to get on the inside, unload quick combos, and then mollywop him with the big shots up top. And he's got a good chin. He's got a lot going for him, but the one thing he's not is he's not too good defensively.
He's not.
So, yeah. So Charlo is a bigger guy. You could see that Ocampo is a crude fighter. He doesn't have a lot of pop. Even in the early going, you could see punches weren't going to be hard enough to get it done. He was game, and Jack Reese was tripping. I don't know what.
Yeah, wasn't he on some dope last night? I'll interview him maybe sometime for the end of
that was
next
disgusting.
year.
I ain't never heard anybody.
You got a rumble. You got a rumble. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, you're not punching hard enough. What are you talking about, man? Let me put one of these upside your pie hole and see if it's hard enough.
Imagine him reffing a Paulie Malignaggi fight.
Oh, you feel me? Not all fighters exactly. That's a great point. Paulie couldn't punch his way out of a paper bag. But you know,
and he obviously couldn't punch his girl.
Well, and you know,
punch is a synonym. I don't know if you know, punch is a synonym for men and women interacting with each other after dark.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, regarding that, if I was Paulie, I would have told Broner, "Hey, look, man, why are you so happy to have my seconds? You're bragging about something that's just a side piece for me. And okay, you think you took her, but you know, I ain't never seen someone so proud to have someone else's seconds. But yeah, I guess he just wanted to get under his skin a little bit. Facts. Also, in the fight last night, someone was saying last night that Jack Reese went to the corner and told him he was going to fine them for water that was in the corner.
Yeah, man. Jack Reese was doing a whole lot. Jack Reese was doing a whole lot.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening there. I like Fundura. He's a freakish looking fighter. I don't know if any of us have ever seen anyone with his dimensions. And he's a nice guy. He's a tough son of a bitch. He's got a lot going for him. Not going to be easy to beat, but like I say, Jermell Charlo, he has the best chance of beating him.
Yeah.
And he's bigger and stronger than Ocampo and Lubin, Erickson Lubin, and shout out quickly to Erickson Lubin because they showed that fight the other night on Showtime in the build up to this fight last night. And man, Lubin, he fought with a lot of heart, man. He really fought with a lot of heart in that fight. That's my kind of fighter right there. I'll pay to watch him fight anytime he fights because he had bad luck when he got knocked out by Charlo. That fight just barely begun, and he got caught. And you know what? What can you do?
Right.
But he fought like a real man against Fundora, man. He had no quit in him at all. He was beat up bad.
Facts.
But you seen in that fight, and it reminded me because I seen it live. But he hurt Fundora. He had him hurt pretty bad, a lot worse than what I thought when I seen it again the other night.
Oh yeah.
So he is human. He can be hurt, but it's going to take a good fighter to beat that skinny, big, giant motherfucker.
Right. No, you're right. You watching NFL in the background.
Oh no, I got replayed fights on shows.
Oh, okay, yeah. You get stuck watching the fights, man. Them damn algorithms be catching you, don't they? Yeah, the fucking
Yeah,
algorithm.
but I'm feeling good tonight though, because my Ravens got a big win against.
Man, hey, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm glad he made some plays, but I'm not sold on him.
Well, you know the thing is, man, he ain't gonna score. He ain't gonna throw for 5 touchdowns every game. He's got 2 games this year where he threw for 4 touchdowns, and in both of those games he ran 4 touchdowns, 5 touchdowns. I mean, when you play like that, people may expect that you're going to play like that every game, but he's no different than any other quarterback.
Right.
Yeah, he's going to have some games where, like tonight, he was off in his passing game at times. He missed a couple key throws that maybe could have made that game a blowout. But at the end of the game, he made some plays. Actually, he put them in a position to win. If you watch the game, you see, like in the final drive, he basically put the team on his shoulders, got him in field goal position, the plays that he made. So he's a dynamic athlete. He's getting better and better with the passing all the time. But like I say, he's going to have games where he might not look as good as he did the game before. The Ravens only got these 2 losses, and they lost the good teams, and it came right down to the very last play. One play this way or that way, they could be undefeated right now. But they're 3-2. That was a big win for them tonight because Cincinnati whooped them pretty bad in 2 games last year.
Right.
And the Ravens had a little 5-game losing streak at home, so it was a big win tonight.
Yeah.
Anyway, but and one last thing about Tyson Fury, doesn't look like this fight with Anthony Joshua.
No, it's not coming. That was all cap.
Yeah, I don't think. It's hard to believe. Fury, he says all kinds of crazy stuff, so it's hard to know what to take seriously from him. But the truth is, if you ask me, he's the man in the division. Usyk doesn't seem to want to fight right now. He's either injured or maybe he's, the war is still going over there in his home country. Maybe he wants to take some time off. He's just got that tremendous amount of money. For whatever reason, he don't want to fight right now. And then AJ stepped up and said he would fight. But apparently he doesn't want to fight either. So Tyson Fury wants to preserve that date that he has. They're not easy to come by in boxing. And what's going to happen, he's likely going to fight the least threat for the biggest amount of money, whoever that might be, and while he waits for one of these guys to step up to the plate. But I've seen an interview with him with Radio Raheem, and if you've seen that interview, he said that Deontay Wilder, he gave him a lot of props. He said, at least he fights. He said, he took me to court to force me to fight him, and these other guys talk about fighting, but when it comes down to it, they don't want to fight.
Right.
He said, but at least he will fight. And he said, if he beats Salinas, he's got a fight with Ruiz that's going to be an eliminator. If he wins that fight, don't be surprised if they fight again, he said. Whether people want to see it, another guy was telling me today, I don't want to see that again.
Shit.
I think
the build-up make you want to see it again, all them knockouts. Shit.
Well, exactly. And the thing is I'm not a Wilder fan, but the fact is those were exciting fights. They were entertaining fights. And with the exception of the second fight, maybe in the third fight, in the 4th round, Wilder was very close to a stoppage. If you watch that, Fury was hurt bad from that first knockdown. And the second one didn't help him either. You know what I mean?
Wilder should take that fight over there, though. He shouldn't do it in America.
Why is that?
He'll get a high guarantee over there.
Well, better money, yeah. Probably would, yeah.
And it's a new market for him. America is America. What I mean? They ain't gonna love you anymore.
This weekend's fight's upcoming. I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to the Haney fight.
Yep.
I want to see if Kambosos can bring a better fight. Everything's on the line for him because if he takes another one-sided loss, he's going all the way to the back of the line. Devin Haney, I want to see if he can take a few more chances and try to put up.
That's what I want to see from Devin. Does he have that? I don't know if he has it because that's the way he's wired. But hopefully
for his own good, a good TV style fight. You know,
Yeah.
take a few chances.
Yes.
I think he's capable of it. I think Haney is a better puncher than what we think he is. But he, like you said, the way he's wired, he doesn't like sit down. He doesn't try to throw. He doesn't try to take the chances like that. He was very cautious in that first fight, and I was very critical of him for that. But you know, in hindsight, he was on foreign territory.
Yeah.
There was a whole lot on the line, and his thinking was probably, look, you know, I'm just going to get this win and get these titles, and you know, but I'm sure he's got somebody in his ear telling him, look, you know, we're not telling you to go out there and be reckless, but try to be a little bit more entertaining.
Oh,
you know,
I mean, he knows it. I mean, it's I mean, you're human. You know, you know.
And then the female card, I'm damn sure looking forward to that, man. I'm a fan of Clarissa Shields, and I do believe this girl she's fighting is the best girl she's fought so far. This girl can punch. If you watched her fights, she can punch real good for a girl. She's got good size on her, good height and reach, and she's got good pedigree. She's slow as fuck, and that's probably going to be her undoing there.
Right.
Yeah, she's probably not going to be able to outfight Clarissa. And one thing I like about Clarissa too is she's very, very competitive, man.
Very.
You know, yeah. If you get under her skin or make her feel like she's less.
Carissa's that one. Carissa's that one. I admire her. I admire her, man, for making a way out of it. She made a way. I respect that she made a way. That's beautiful.
Yeah, she's got all the accomplishments that a fighter can have. And people, I've been hearing like this weekend shows people being critical of female boxing. I'm like, man, look, you know, are female fighters as athletic as male fighters? No. Are they as strong? No. But it's the spirit of the competitiveness. And when I watch most of these women's fight, man, these women got no quit in them, man. They are some tough bitches, and they will throw down. Now, some of them, a lot of them aren't that skilled, but you know, some of them are. And it's the spirit of the competition. And that undercard fight with what's her name, Baumgardner.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks like that's going to be a good fight too.
Right.
Only fight I'm really not too interested in. Well, I'd watch it if it was on Showtime, but the Wilder fight, I mean, I'm not going to pay for that. It's not that Helenas is the worst fighter in the world. It's just, you know, he's not just Wilder's sparring partner. He's a long time sparring partner. They know just what to expect from him. And I mean, while it is fighting and boxing and anything can happen, to me, that's the safest opponent they can bring him back against. And I don't really blame him, because it would be stupid to bring him back against Joe Joyce or one of the top guys. Bring him back, see what he's got left, you know, get him a nice win, and you know, get some hype back behind him.
Yeah. Facts. No, you're right. And I wish his fight was on free TV, but now I just gotta hope he gets a viral knockout. You know, I hope Wilder gets like one of them ooh wee knockouts, so the people that don't watch it will watch it on their social media platforms. Right. You know, and it'll be big news. You know, so I'm hoping, because I think there'll be like a concentrated audience. You know. But hopefully he gets a knockout, and if he does that, maybe he can get 20-30 million people to watch if he gets that knockout.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully he's not damaged goods. I mean, I do have concerns about that for him. Those two KO losses late in a career, and that's what I don't know if people realize a lot when they look at Deontay Wilder, because he's youthful looking, but I think he's 38 years old.
36.
He's 36. Okay, he's 36.
Well, he's 37 this month. Somewhere
37.
this month.
All right, well, 37, that's not exactly a spring chicken in boxing, and he's got close to 50 fights. He's coming off of 2 fights where let's face it, man, he took some real damage.
Right, good point, fights. KD. Yeah. No, I mean, you're making points, and this Saturday he's going to answer a lot of questions. And when he answers them, I believe he'll answer them. I think Robert Helenas is a quality opponent in terms of what they want. You get what I'm saying? They want Wilder to go knock this guy out, flatline him, and then build up the next fight, man. And if anybody's deserved a tune-up fight, it's Deontay Wilder.
Yeah. I mean, that's not why I'm not buying the fight. It's I've gotten real picky about what fights
As you should be.
pay for.
We live in the real world.
I just ain't rolling like that. To be right now to be shelling out, for fights where if it's the top guys in the business, Spence and Crawford if they ever get that made, yeah, I'm damn sure paying for that. I'd even pay $100 for that one.
Oh, I would too.
And I do want to say on that fight, oddly enough, I know, Mayweather came out and said recently the fight's not happening. But to me, him saying that has made me feel more optimistic about a surprise announcement coming soon. Because that's an old trick in boxing to say the fight's not going to happen. That's an old promotional trick. Oscar De La Hoya used it with Fernando Vargas. He said he'd never fight Fernando Vargas, that he was a young punk that disrespected him. 8 months later, he fought Vargas. Ray Leonard got up in the ring at a Hagler fight and told the world, he gave Marvin his flowers, and then he said, but I'm never going to fight him, knowing full well that was going to be his very next fight. You see what I mean?
Right.
Errol Spence came out a week ago or so and tweeted the fight's next.
Yeah.
And that didn't come out of nowhere. And Earl's been kind of quiet, and I don't think he would just come out of nowhere with some propaganda shit and say something like that. But for Mayweather to say no, it's not happening, and because we haven't heard from either camp one way or the other that the fight was gonna happen or not happen. Well, Mayweather comes out with this definitive statement right on the heels of Errol saying it's next. And I got a sneaking suspicion, I could be wrong, I've been wrong many times, but I'm a little bit optimistic now that in the next 2 weeks you might hear, bang, fight's a done deal.
Right. Get out of here, Jerry. We'll talk more tomorrow.
Okay, buddy.
All right. Thank you, Jerry. Thank you for coming through, dog. Appreciate you, man.
Yep.
Yeah. I appreciate you coming through, Jerry. Thank you, man. 20 seconds turned into 15 minutes, man. I appreciate you guys coming through tonight, man. I had a great time with y'all. And it's a good weekend for boxing. Don't go lying to people telling these are the greatest fights ever. Nah, it's not the greatest fights ever, but order a pizza, man, and hang out with your friends this weekend, man. And if the fight gets terrible, go over to the Michigan Penn State game, 4 versus 10. By then the Pac-10 schedule will be. Yeah, that was the longest 20-second struggle. Hey, KD, remind me to talk about that tomorrow. Yeah, Fundora Power just disappeared, man. And Birdman, we'll talk about Tom Brady tomorrow, man. That phantom roughing the passer call. Yeah, man, it's terrible, man. Terrible. In the words of Charles Barkley. Terrible. I ain't gonna lie. I'm so interested to see if Devin Haney's gonna have that Ring magazine belt. Man, I'm really interested. So we'll see. All what you do, hey, the things you gotta do, hey. Because I remember he didn't take his gloves off against Fundora. Fundora against Erickson Lubin. I appreciate y'all coming through tonight. Thank you, guys. Totally appreciate y'all. Means a lot, man. Means a lot. Have a trash can right behind. It's the moment of truth. No backing down. I see you tomorrow, Jerry. I see everybody tomorrow, man. Maybe we'll talk about Saturday night with all the fighters, man. It's a good day, man. I'm gonna be on my couch all day next Saturday. I ain't lying. All day. I ain't gonna be able to leave the house next Saturday. Nah, I may change the room. You know what I mean? I may change what room I watch the fight in, but I ain't leaving the house next Saturday. Nah. Not at all. Yeah, but I gotta see what Derek gonna do. Maybe I'll go over to Derek's house, but I'll be there all day. I ain't going nowhere. And I appreciate y'all, man. I'll holler at y'all tomorrow, man. I totally appreciate spending y'all Sunday. I appreciate y'all watching the game on TV and listening to me. Thank you, guys. It means a lot. For real, for real. Y'all niggas could have been listening to, and he's hella good, too. What's the announcer name? He used to be the wide receiver for the Bengals. Chris Collinsworth. He does a great job calling these games. So I appreciate you guys listening to me, man. Holla at y'all, man. What you do? Hey.